Okay, we are going to do a little palette collection. Excuse me. I'm obviously not dressed for this. Palettes. All my palettes. So this is just half of my collection. But we're going to go through it. I'm going to do some what I want to go, what I want to keep, and then maybe and hopefully I'm going to pick a couple of palettes to quote unquote pan over the next year. So we'll see how that goes. I have a couple in mind that I bought them just because, you know, everybody had them and I thought they must be good, right? But not working out so well for me. So first we'll go through my Juvia's Place palette. So this is the Saharan by Juvia's Place. Obviously you can see I've swatched it. Might have used it a couple times, but I like it. It's got really pretty colors in it, and the pigmentation and the palettes and the Juvia's Place palettes are phenomenal. So I'm going to keep that one. Put that over to the side here. This is trash. Okay, the next one I have is the Nubian palette by Juvia's Place. This one is gorgeous. Warm tones, beautiful looks. I've used it a couple of times. Going to keep that. The next one I have is the Magic by Juvia's Place. And this is just fun. There's just super bright colors in here. Lots of looks you could do with this. I need to pull one of these out and put them on like my go-to palettes that I have out, just so I don't forget about them. Obviously, you can see I'm doing so well getting rid of everything. That's almost 4. Here's another Juvia's Place palette. This one is the Masquerade. Not getting rid of it. Not getting rid of it. As a matter of fact, they have a couple I want to buy. They're out of stock on. I'm sure for the holidays. Alright, I'm going to try and go through all my Morphe palettes. And I have a lot of Morphe palettes. And I have some that are actually in my drawers, in my everyday drawers. I'll pull those out when I do the next round. So this is the Kathleen Lights Morphe palette. I have not used this yet. Not getting rid of it. Not getting rid of it for that shade right there. That green. That's exactly why I'm not getting rid of it. It's just, yeah. One of these days I'm going to use it too. Let's see. I have all the big palettes. So I have a 35P, which is the purple tones. I do not use this. I'm going to pass this on to girlfriends, family, etc. If you're interested, message me or leave a comment in the description below. And as long as you pay for the shipping, I'll send it to you. This is the 35O Shimmer. 35OS. I'm not getting rid of this palette. I love this palette. Beautiful. Let's see, which one is this? This is the 35K, which is like the coffee tones, the warm tones. You know, I have a lot of palettes that do this. I love Morphe shadows, but this is gonna go too. Never been used. Both the K and the P palettes have never been used. This is the 35E palette. This is this palette here. I may have used once for this green shadow. I have a thing about green shadows, but this is primarily shimmer shades and lots of cool colors. So I am going to get rid of this palette as well. Okay, this is the 35R palette. I am not getting rid of this palette. This is browns and golds and blacks, and there's lots of matte shadows in here. And I think I just got this one not that long ago. So I'm going to keep that one. I have these two, the 25B and the 25A. I think it's like the mocha palette and the copper palette or something. Yeah. These are going to go in the maybe pile because I have so many palettes with these colors in them. Please do not get me wrong by me showing you guys everything I have. I am not by any means bragging. I'm very thankful for what I have, and I want to share it with people. Let's see, this is probably the taupe palette. No, the warm palette. It's a 35W. I'm not going to use this palette. This palette's going as well. Okay, Morphe, I love you, but oh yeah, not using this palette. This is, I have, if I'm going to keep the Juvia's Place, I'm sorry, shadows, I'm not going to keep this one. So this is 35U. I know a YouTuber I've been watching lately that I bet would love that if she doesn't already have it. Which is this? This is the taupe 35T. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of cool to, I'm not keeping it. I'm not keeping it. Aren't you proud? Oh, and I'm definitely not keeping this. Too many bright. This, I really want to try and get there to use colors like this, but I'm not there yet. And I do have Jaclyn Hill's new Morphe palette. So, yeah, there's a lot of that stuff in there. Alright, I have one of my Jeffree Star palettes. I'm not going to get rid of this. This is the Beauty Killer. Love this palette. I have the other one, Androgyny, somewhere. And then I just read where this week his third palette's coming out. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's going to be like red tones. I don't know. We'll see. Exciting. I like Jeffree Star's stuff. I don't always agree with his theories, but he is who he is, and I am who I am, and that's what makes this world go round. So I do enjoy watching his videos, though. So this is just a bunch of different MAC shadows. I need to put this in another container. I don't like the way I don't like the way this one, I don't like it. This is the MAC like double pan. I don't like it. I have more MAC stuff to go through. It's probably in my drawer. So we'll see. This is the Stila Eyes Are the Window. This is like one of the first palettes I ever bought. More cool tones. Not gonna keep it. You hear my dogs barking there. They're getting anxious. So I have the Manny MUA palette from Makeup Geek. Everybody, I'm sure, has seen this palette. I am not getting rid of this either. This is the Kat Von D matte metal palette. Not getting rid of this either. Love it. Love it. It's beautiful. I've not bought the new palette. You know, the one that looks like the cathedral. I haven't bought that yet. I need to get it. Okay. So I have two Violet Voss palettes. I have the Laura Lee palette, which is loved. I'm not getting rid of this one. And then I have the Holy Grail palette. I just got this. Not getting rid of this one either. Okay. This is my Makeup Forever palette, and you're going to laugh. I have a total of 3 shadows in there, but I just started buying them. I had a couple of their like quad palettes, and then I just bought the holiday palette from this year, and I really like their stuff, so I'll be investing more. But I think they've changed the shape of the shadows. Now they're like squares or rectangles. I can't remember. Alright. Then I have the Lorac Pro 1, 2, and 3, and Lorac Gold. And I have the Mega Pro palettes 1, 2, 3, and 4, I believe. Yeah, 4 I just got because I bought it on sale. This one is, I don't even know. This one's 2. Honestly, I haven't given the Rock Shadows a good enough try. These are probably some of the things that I'm gonna do the project palette on. So my footages. Sorry. So this one I really like. This is got, well, this is gonna be, this palette here is gonna be a project palette or whatever we call it. And then there's this one. I'm not sure about this one. I'm gonna keep them, but I'm not sure about it. Then this is the Lorac Gold palette. I just got this. I've used it once. I love it. It's beautiful. So I'm gonna keep this. I need to remember what I have when I'm pulling out shadows to use in my switchover. Look, I just, my poor foot. Put your slipper back on. And then maybe you won't scratch your foot. Okay, I'm going to go through my Too Faced palettes. Oh, let's do a real quick one. This one is Colored Rain, Queen of Hearts. This palette is not going anywhere. Look at that. It's beautiful. I don't know why I'm whispering about it, but it's a beautiful palette. Very excited to have it. They also have a new one out. It's really bright colors. I'm not sure that I'll buy that one, but I appreciate it. It's gorgeous. Here's another MAC. I just did a tutorial with one brand look with this. Every time I use MAC, I forget, or I remember, should I say, how much and why I love their products. I mean, they work for me better than most things. So this is the Warm Neutral palette. And I have another one somewhere. It's the one they did. It's the 15 one they did for Nordstrom. We'll find that. Okay, so this is the Shan XO palette. I am going to leave this out as well for a project palette, project pan, whatever we're calling it. So this is the Seattle London Chloe Morello palette. I did a look with this the other day. I'm not sure I'm in love with this. I'm going to put it in my maybe pile because I want to do one more try with it. So, sorry, my phone keeps going off. Turn it off. Let's see. I have 2 palettes by, look, I said I was going to do Too Faced and I get sidetracked. I have 2 palettes by Kylie. This is the holiday palette. I don't know. I don't see anything in this for me. I think I'm going to give this away. Put it in the to-go palette. This one is the bronze palette. This is the first palette I think I bought from her. I think it was her first palette. I am going to keep this one. Here are the 2 palettes. I have the Makeup Forever number 2 and number 3. I want number 1, the nudes, but I think it's going to go out. I'm not going to get rid of this. I just love Makeup Forever too. I like the formula and so forth. So I may see if I can depot these somehow and put them in that big palette that I have. So maybe I would use it a little bit more. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Here, let's go through this. So this is the Too Faced Sugar Pop palette with the little macaroons all over it. I have not dipped a finger in this palette. It's going. This is my Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly. It's one of the first palettes I ever bought myself, if you can believe that. And kind of made me see what was out there when I had this new affection for makeup. So I am not getting rid of this one. It has some memories. This is the Too Faced Country. I'm going to give that one up. This is the Too Faced Natural Eyes. I'm going to keep this one. This is the Too Faced Matte Eye. I'm not digging it. Not my thing. This is the Too Faced Totally Cute palette. It's precious. I bought it for that green. Love of green, like I talked about. But I'm going to get rid of that. This is the Too Faced Cat Eyes palette. I'm going to hold on to this one just because I know I got rid of the purple palette from Morphe, but I want to kind of see about diving back into plums. So, but I have enough palettes with plum in it that I don't need to keep that Morphe palette. So, these are from a Christmas, I don't know, last year or the year before. I've never touched them. But I'm not ready to get rid of them. Even though some people say that these are not as good a quality as some of their other eyeshadows. I haven't tried them, so I want to try them before I get rid of it. Before I give it away. This is Gingerbread Cookie. Then I have Eggnog Latte. I think I'm ready to let that one go. I'm so proud of myself. I'm actually letting people have things. This is Peppermint Mocha. I want to hold on to this for, I might want to do a look with this. Yeah, I want to try this one before I let it go. So these are maybes, just because I want to give them one more try. Or I want to give them a try before I let them go. This is from last year. It was exclusive to Ulta, I believe. This is a Christmas in New York palette. There are a lot of shades I like in this palette. I've used it a few times. I'm sorry if the lighting sucks. But that purple down there, see? All of a sudden, I'm worried about purple. So that, I don't know what's wrong with me. Let's see. Let's see if I can get a good swatch of it. Yeah, the lighting is not good. I'm sorry. But, and that's, yeah, we're going to try it. We're going to get this a maybe. I'm going to give it a maybe. And this is a Sigma palette called Smoke Screen that just happens to be in this thing. I don't know where I got this. But I haven't tried it. I have not tried any of my Sigma eyeshadows yet. So I want to hold on to that. And this is the Pure Cosmetics Soiree Diaries. Still has its thing on it. I haven't tried that yet either. So I'll give that a try. So let's stick those back in there. And yeah, this is going back in the drawer. Okay, this is the Too Faced collab with Kat Von D. Comes apart. Better Together is the name of it. Eee. Take it apart before I break it. So this is the Too Faced side. This is the Kat Von D side. I bought this palette for this look here, the black, the red, and the Love Struck. So it's Devotion, A Swoon, and Love Struck. That red. That red. It's really like a coppery red. Look at that. It's more like an orange, but beautiful. So, yeah, keeping that. Keeping that. Oh, I do have one more little Morphe palette. This is It's called the Little Palette. Mama Drama. And it's got some grays and some blacks in there. Love this little thing, so I'm going to hang on to him. Let's see. I know I did. Just did a look with this. This is the Candy Johnson palette. I liked it, so we're gonna keep trying it. I won't get rid of this one just because I really do like the palette. I like the packaging. Some of the reasons I buy stuff is more for the packaging than anything. It's horrible to say. This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light. Not getting rid of that either. It's a great all matte palette. Let's see what we got here. We got a Too Faced Christmas. I don't know what Christmas this is from. 2015 it looks like. So I haven't even used this. But I'm going to give it a try. This is going to be in my maybe. This is from last year. 2016, yeah. This is last year's palette. I didn't buy the palettes this year. I don't know why. So it has all these eyeshadows, and then it has a blush, bronzer, and a highlighter. Like, lost my mind there for a minute. So I'm going to try these and see. We'll see how it goes. This is my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. Not getting rid of this one. Let's see. This is the Semi-Sweet Chocolate palette. Not getting rid of that one either. I think I'm going to put this Bonbon in the try pile because I'm not sure I want it. This is the Too Faced Love palette. I just bought this from TJ Maxx, yeah. So it's got some options. The problem is that they're all shimmer shades, so I'll have to use something else with it. But I'm gonna hold on to that. This is a Too Faced Peach palette. Yeah, I'm gonna give this. Yeah, I can't get rid of this. I'm not ready to get rid of this. Don't push yourself too hard. These are my ColourPop shadows. I don't give this enough love. I need to work on that. Need to work on loving it some more. These are my ABH individual shadows. Love these. Love ABH. And this is my Makeup Geek individuals. So, did you see those? I don't know if you've been on Color Rain's website or watched the latest vlog from Nicole Guerrero, but they have these huge palettes that hold 96 shadows. But I'm still crazy and I don't like to mix my brands together. I know that sounds crazy. I did it when I just did my lipsticks. I sorted them by color and it about killed me. Okay, it shut off again. So what I did real quick is these are all the palettes that I had this container, this Allegory palette container in my drawer, but these are actually the palettes that I'm going to try. I'm going to put it on top of my makeup desk and then it'll cue me to try them. So this is the MAC Mariah Carey palette. I'm going to keep that. I have two little Viseart palettes, the little tiny ones, but I love them. This one is in, what are you in? It's the Theory palette Minx, so I'm hanging on to that. And then this little one is the Petite Pro palette. These are, I wanted to try the Viseart stuff, so I got these little palettes. And this one, I haven't even used this one. Isn't that wonderful? So like me. Way too much stuff, Susan. Way too much stuff. This is a Melt palette in Rust. If you haven't seen one before. This is all, it's all matte. All matte. But I love it. Okay. 2 little Kat Von D quads. One is in smoke. It's the black one. And the gray. I got both of these actually. Well, one I got on sale at Sephora. The other one came from, this is the rust one. And this came from, let me think. Where did it come from? TJ Maxx. The TJ Maxx. So, you know, I'm just sitting here thinking that I'm doing this, and that means that everything that was on my makeup stand, that I had for my monthly use is now mixed in with this. So this is a Becca, it was a bronzer, blush, and highlighter, but the highlighter fell out, and the highlighter was in Opal. The bronzer is in the Panamana Sunset, and the mineral blush is in Apricot Blossom. I will give that one away, because I don't know what to do with it. Okay, just a couple of quick things. I haven't even opened them. This is the glitter palette, called Glitter Bomb by Too Faced. That's not going anywhere. Haven't even tried it. This is the Just Peachy Mattes from Too Faced. Haven't even opened it. Not going anywhere. Let's see. This is the Beauty and the Beast palette. Haven't even opened it. Going nowhere. This is from Lorac. Same goes for this guy. This is the Dead Men Tell No Tales Pirates of the Caribbean palette. Going nowhere. Since we're on a theme here, this is Alice in the Looking Glass palette. This was one of the first palettes from Urban Decay. It was the first Urban Decay palette I bought. It's beautiful. And I don't think I've ever touched it. But it ain't going nowhere. I love it. Love it. I really do have an appreciation for makeup. I have not used this yet. This is the Carly Bible, the deluxe edition. I have the other one somewhere in this pile, but not going anywhere. I have used the other one quite a bit. Here's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. I know there's a lot of mixed reviews. I have used this palette one time. So far, so good. That I'm keeping. This is the Charlotte Tilbury palette. The new one that just came out. It's beautiful. It works like a dream on the eyes. It is the Instant Eye palette. It's like from the Hollywood collection or something. This is my Tarte and Bloom palette. Staple. I keep it on my desk, not going anywhere. Probably these 3 palettes were on my desk. Here's a Marc Jacobs. I keep them in the little bags. I don't know why. It's Lolita. That was on my desk as well, but I think I'm going to put this one up because I have entirely too many things on my desk in that color. Here's another Too Faced palette in Honey. I've used it one time. For this yellow, I want to try it again. This may be going to. Let's see. I'll put a palette in here I didn't talk to you about. So this is the Naked palette. This is Naked 1. I have only used this palette a couple of times. But because this is the one I was talking about, the Naked palettes. Because everybody had them, I thought I needed it too. I'm not so sure anymore. But I'm going to put it in my try, maybe, little stash right here, and we'll see how it goes. I have the Naked 2 palette as well. I'm going to probably put that in my try, maybe. I have the Naked Smoky palette. That should probably go in my try, maybe, but it'll go in there later. And then I have the Naked Heat. This is an awesome palette. Love it. Alright. I I have some glow kits. This was just on my desk. This is That Glow. So I'm going to leave that out to put back on my desk. There's a Sigma palette. This is Brilliant and Spell Binding. Yeah. I don't know about Sigma. We're going to see. Eventually we're going to see. Let's see. This is the little Urban Decay. What's it called? I don't even know. I don't know. It doesn't have a name on it. This is a little mini. It's got a bunch of the colors in it. They look like a bunch of the colors from the Vice palettes. But it's got Baked Cowboy, which I love. It's got Smog in there. This Moon Shadow. This blue. Oh, if you can pull off a blue. Of course, it didn't swatch well with my finger, but it is beautiful if you can pull off a blue. This green in here. Green. Green. What did I tell you about green? Greens. Green. Anyways, so we're going to hold on to that. Gotta put it in this little... I've got to try this stuff. Then I have Moon Dust. Not going anywhere. I love Urban Decay stuff. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. Here's, I forget which one this is. See, it's a bunch of multicolors. Spectrum palette, I think is what it's called. Yes, Urban Spectrum. I'm still going to hold on to this. My Vice palettes. I have Vice 2. I bought this. I don't know. I paid a lot of money for that because I bought it long after it was no longer on the shelf. This is the Vice Reloaded palette. This is not going anywhere either. Which one is this? All of these I bought off of someone else. Or I found them on Urban Decay's website, like on the sale. This is Vice. This must be Vice. I don't think it's Vice 1. I don't know. I don't know. I stopped like trying to collect all the Vice palettes because they are expensive. And I can't keep up with all this stuff. Obviously, I can't use it all. Here's an Urban Decay Smoky palette. Actually, I bought this before I bought any of the Vice palettes. But there's nothing in here that I need to keep this for. So I'm going to put this in the giveaway pile as well. Whew. This is the Glenda palette from The Wizard of Oz, the Great and Powerful from Urban Decay. I have never used this palette. I bought it used. A shadow just fell out. I think I knew that. I think I knew that was a problem. Yeah. I'm not getting rid of that either. These are like my collector palettes. Okay. This is the 9 Neutral Blush palette from Morphe. It's a great little blush palette. This is the Desi Danger highlighting palette. Another collab with a YouTuber. This is the Glow Kit. You know, I bet you I've never used this. I bet you I've never used this. Yeah. Never used it. But I'm going to keep it. It's a highlighting palette. I probably didn't even show it to you that good. Here's the Nicole Guerrero ABH highlighting palette. I'm going to keep that. This is the Chrissy Teigen Becca palette. Keeping that. Over on that theme, this is the Jaclyn Hill Becca palette that I waited and waited and waited to get. Not getting rid of that. Not doing it. Here's my Urban Decay Electric palette. I just don't see myself ever using these colors. But because I got rid of my other one. Ugh. I gotta get rid of it. No, I gotta keep it. Sorry. 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 It says sorry, not sorry. I hear people say that all the time, but I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? Sorry, not sorry. Either you're sorry or you're not. Okay, so this is the Kevin Aucoin contouring palette it's from a couple years ago. It's got eyeshadow, sculpting powder, and 2 highlighters, according to this. Oh, it's got brow stuff in here too. So, but I don't use it. Somebody else will use it. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Kevin Aucoin. This is my Gwen Stefani Urban Decay palette. Not getting rid of that either. Okay. I have Lorac Mega Pro 1, 2, and 3. And I'm not getting rid of any of these. And I just bought 4. It's somewhere over there in the rest of that pile. And then I have the Tartist Pro palette. It looks like I've used it, but I haven't. I've been hearing mixed reviews. I think I'm gonna keep this. I can't try everything. This is the Cheekathon palette. It's the one that's got California in it. I'm sorry, the Cheek Parade palette. I have not opened it. I'm not getting rid of it. This is the Contour Cream palette by ABH. It's the medium one. It's probably too dark for me, but I'll give it a whirl. I haven't tried it yet. What else do we have? I have the Tartist Pro Glow palette. I did use this the other day for the first time. I don't know. It's gonna be in the next. It'll be here next year when I do this again, along with everything else that I buy. This is the cheek palette, the Pirates of the Caribbean cheek palette. Not getting rid of that. This is the Peach Glow palette. I really like this as well. This is the only Buxom palette I have. It's called White Russian on the Rocks. So it's what is that? It's a brush that nobody could use. This is a lot of like Dusty Rose purples. I liked it. I've worn it a couple times. I really did like the way it looked. I have a MAC. Loving this. This is definitely, it's good summer. It's called a Fruit à la from a special limited edition. Then I have the Smoky palette from Smashbox. Why did I buy this? You can't see it. There's a green in there. And I haven't used it yet. It's going. This is the Weekend Warrior palette by Amanda Steele from ColourPop. Yeah, I'm never going to use this. It's going. It's going. Okay. What else do we got? I have a Bobbi Brown palette here. I don't think I've ever used it. It's like browns and golds. We'll try it. I'll put it in this little thing here. I'm not convinced I'm keeping that either. Alright. I have a bunch of ABH palettes. So this one is Self-Made. I bought this one off of Poshmark or something. Anyways, ABH. I'm not getting rid of my ABH. This is my Subculture palette. You know, there's a lot of bad reviews about this palette. Not that I know what I'm doing, but I've been fortunate so far. This is a Modern Renaissance. Of course, everybody's seen that. I'm not getting rid of that. This is Zoeva Caramel Melange. love this palette. Not getting rid of that either. Now, I told you. This is, it's the Makeup Addiction Cosmetics in Vintage. This palette here, in love with this palette. I don't use it enough. I know that was on my desk. I know it. Let's see. I have the Chocolate Gold palette. I haven't even opened it yet. This is the... I haven't even opened this. So this is the Too Faced Funfetti palette. This was exclusive to HSN. Getting rid of it. This is the Nikki Tutorials, the Power of Makeup palette. Not touched it. Getting rid of that. And then I have some NYX Perfect Filter palettes. This is an Olive You. So this is like greens and yellows, and there's some purple in there. I really do like NYX stuff. This one is in Rustic Antique. So it's got oranges and, I'm sorry for the shadow. It's got oranges and some purples, some mauves. And then this is my Cosmic Metals palette from NYX. Not getting rid of that. We talked about androgyny. This is what it looks like. I'm not getting rid of this. This is a lot of warm tones. This was probably, I know it was on my desk. Okay, so this is the Estee Edit palette. The one that was like a highlighter and bronzers on one side. And then these beautiful eyeshadows on the other. And they're all shimmer shades. You know, I'm just, I don't use it. I gotta, stuff has got to go. Oh, this is my Morphe palette, the 35F. I'm not getting rid of this either. Not getting rid of you. My Natasha Denona Star palette. I just ordered the purple one today. Really, there's no reason why one human needs all of these things, but I keep buying them. Okay. This is the Naked 3 palette. This Dusty Rose is my thing. I'm not getting rid of this. So, this is the Pure Pro Etienne palette, and I forget who I was watching a tutorial from, and they used this palette, which made me buy it, because YouTube makes me do everything. And I used it once, and I seem to like it. We'll see. Alright, let me get the rest of this stuff, because, you know, I obviously have way too much crap. Alright, this is the Master Palette by Mario. Not getting rid of that. Love it. Actually, that was on my desk too. This is the Nordstrom Say Chic I-15 palette that I was telling you about. These are all mattes. So I'm going to hold on to this. This is the Ofra Holiday palette that I bought it on sale at Ulta after the holidays and love it. I can do a whole look in this palette. Mostly everything in here is shimmer, of course, but I'm okay with that sometimes. I've used it lots since I got it. Okay, my Tarte palettes. So this is the styled by, I'm gonna butcher her name, Ruche. I've used it a few times. I'm gonna stick it in this maybes thing because I feel like somebody else might give it more love than me, but I'm gonna try it again. Let's see what we're on the kick for Tarte palettes. So this Tarte palette is Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2. Haven't even put a dent in it. And it is all shimmer shades. And I feel like it's going to get muddy. So, we're going to give that away. This is my Rainforest After Dark palette. This is a good... It's a cool tone palette, but it's a good palette to take, like, for me to take overnight. That's pretty much a full-size blush in the middle of it. And, of course, they don't tell you what the blush is. They don't tell you what it is, but it's worth just that. This I just bought. This is the Tartelette Toasted palette. I've used it one time. Not getting rid of that. This is my girl, the Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette. I've used this a couple times. Not getting rid of that either. Alright. Marc Jacobs. So this is the Christmas palette from last year. I haven't touched it. But I've got to... I got way too much invested in Marc Jacobs stuff to give this away now. This is going to have to be a try it at some point. It's not going to be now. Oh, I have the Sex Kitten Tarte palette. I have not used this either. Cool tones. Again, I will try it. See if I can find some room for it in here. Then I have 4 more of the Marc Jacobs, the six, yes. I have the Vamp. Well, this is probably my favorite one. It's got dark colors in it. And green. Are you seeing a theme yet? I don't have a lot of greens, but sometimes I see a palette and I'm like, that's got a green in it. I have to have it. Let's see, what is this one? This is the Parisian, and this one has got blues and purple and gray. Yeah, I'm not ready to part with Marc Jacobs yet. You have no idea how many palettes I'm waiting to come. It's hideous. It's very naughty of me. This one is the Lover palette. It's pinks, I believe. If I remember right. Yes. Pinks and golds. Don't ask me why I keep all these little things in here. And I don't know why. I don't know why I do it, but I do it. And I keep them in the bag. So I'm anal that way. What is this one? Oh. This one I just got. This is the Starlit palette. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look, I'm trying to get this video done before my husband comes home and starts yelling. We got all that makeup out for. He really doesn't sound like that. I'm sorry. I'm just being sarcastic. So this is the Narcissist L'Amour. Toujours L'Amour. Love this. Love this concept of the gold and the blues together. I wear this one quite a bit. And then this is my Narcissist Cheek Studio palette. It's got Orgasm and Laguna in here, which is why I keep it. This is another eyeshadow palette. It's the Dual Intensity eyeshadow palette. And then this is, I think it's last year's Christmas. Yeah. So it's another Dual Intensity, and it's got bronzer, highlighter, cheek. So it's kind of an everything palette. I have a thing for NARS stuff too. NARS and Marc Jacobs. I tell you what. Yeah, way too much stuff. So let me just show you real quick. I almost dropped something. Okay. And Anisette. I have a thing for eyeshadow. Who am I kidding? Okay, this is the ColourPop All I See Is Magic. I just got this. So this was on my desk. This is the Huda Beauty palette in the Rose Gold edition. I haven't bought the new palettes yet, but I am considering it because I love this palette. This palette is everything. Everything, everything. And then I just bought the Persona palette, the Identity palette, because everybody talks about it. I bought the Makeup Forever Lustrous Shadow palette, which is, once again, a bunch of rose golds. And then, like I said, I bought the Lorac 4 palette, because if I have 1, 2, and 3, why wouldn't I want 4? And that about sums it up. So, yeah. So I'm getting rid of, like, I don't know, 20 palettes out of the hideous amount I have. I don't even want to count because I'm embarrassed. Because yes, this is, I spent all my money on this and haven't even touched some of it. So it's kind of very naughty of me not to give my stuff more love. So hopefully the next time we do this, we'll get a little bit farther. I will give you an update on the maybes, you know, as I use them, and I'll try and use them in tutorials so that you guys can see how they perform, how I like them, and what I'm going to do with them, because there's quite a bit in here in the maybes. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Sorry this video was long, but I appreciate everybody out there on YouTube, all the gals with all the channels that inspire me to, you know, kind of go that extra mile and try something new. And yeah, that's about all I got. Please, like I said, if any of the ones I said I'm giving away, if you're interested, look, all you have to do is pay for shipping, and I'll package it up and send it to you. So, yeah.